so you can see my head is touching the ceiling. Today, three staff members showed up, me, my wife, and Wilbert. I'm trying to get a single box spring and single mattress. So I have to climb over everything to get to everything because nobody's ever here, and you can't organize a warehouse and a store all by yourself. But here is my box spring, so I just got to get it up and over. This will be doable. Now this was a box spring that at one point was proper. Looks like a forklift hit it or something, but I can't get any money back from it because this was weeks ago this happened, and nobody told me that it came off the truck like this until just now. So this tree has to go. Yeah, it died just as I picked it up. But anyway, this tree has to go. I didn't bring my good chainsaw, I brought my bad one, so let's get it going. Okay, tree is gone. So I have owned Huskies, I have owned Steels, I have owned Poulins, I have owned Champions, I've owned Troy-Bilt, I've owned lots of different chainsaws. I hate that Ryobi. Always stops working on me. Always. But I got it working long enough to get rid of the little tree. So that's one project down. We're leaking. Well, I forgot to do the before, but this guy here was just installed. So it's his spray arm. That's what we need it to do. And when you go like that, you need it to be able to work out of the spray arm. Yeehaw. Dennis is trying to pry open a drawer. Okay, so we have our next trip to do. Just going to do the dump. And then, yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so the dump is done. We did get some 360 GoPro action on the way here. Yeah. It seems like the garbage right now, since we're not doing it every day, is never ending, and I have so much to do at the house.
We do a garbage round tomorrow.
You can't see me now, but yeah, so we have a washer to get rid of and a bunch of other stuff at the house to get rid of. Now that the snow's melted, I might be able to get some of that stuff up, like the treadmill and all that. But yeah, once we're done the house garbage, I'm so happy because that's a big part of what's bothering me every time I go home. But yeah, talk to you soon. Oh, there's my shiny eyes. So we're on a pause right now. There was so much stuff we were supposed to do. I didn't sleep at all last night. I'm not feeling great. I was up every 5 minutes with explosive excrement and a stomach that felt like I was going to throw up even though I hadn't eaten anything. And I'm still at that point. I was so excited too because yesterday I was getting so many things done. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a productive weekend. And now I've wasted an entire day just laying here. Well, whatever it was, I feel a lot better today. So hopefully we make up on what we missed doing yesterday. Yesterday I was supposed to do the skidoos, I was supposed to do the ATVs, I was supposed to build the ramps. I didn't get any of that done because I didn't move out of bed all day. Today I also have to do taxes and another dump run. So hopefully I can get it all done today and feel somewhat accomplished. I also have to take my lock picks into work and see if I can pick a lock to a till. Our office lock, somebody locked the key in the drawer. And there was only one key for that drawer. So we'll see. It's not a very complicated lock. It's your usual like little cylinder lock, so it should be able to be done, but we'll see. I haven't picked a lock in about 8 years, so we'll see if I still have it. I don't know. So on Friday, our office person locked her key in the office drawer. I said to everybody I'll come in with my lock picks and pick it. one of our guys decided he was going to jimmy the lock. I said, no, that'll ruin the lock. Leave the lock alone. I will pick it. And then I guess he came and jimmied the lock because I came out here with my lock picks today to pick it, and all the teeth were broken. So now I have a broken lock that I'm going to actually have to drill out because the last tooth that's holding the depressor up is still in, but the rest of the lock is destroyed. So yeah, thanks for listening. Okay, so we're just outside doing some repairs on some of these machines. This one is the one that somebody stole the battery from. And when they stole the battery, they lost the torque nuts and they lost the screw that holds this guy on. So we have all the parts here. Fix her up. I really need to have a better place to store these things, but this is what this company is giving me, which is, hey, just put it in your yard. We won't even fix your fence for you. So we have to play with what we got to play with, which is not much. But I have everything I need in my bucket here. And yeah, all I need, actually, like I said, I lost my torque bit from my Skidoo. So let's see. Yep. Okay, so we're just going to borrow this one for now. So you seat your battery. Your red is positive. Your positive node will come with a red plastic on it. Black is your negative. Out of here, you're going to need your short screws for this setup, as well as your little squares. So the squares slide in, right in there. Then the short screws go through the post. Kids are over there playing on the hill. And then this guy will go on to hold it down. And then on top of that will be the cover. So our battery's now in, it's tightened down. You want these to be tight enough to hold it in, but not tight enough to break them because they're all aluminum screws. So being aluminum, they don't have a huge amount of strength. There is a torque for it. I go by the German torque specification, which is good and tight. Basically hand tighten it and then about a 3/4 of a turn after hand tightened. And they should stay in, especially since they do have lock nuts on them. Just getting ready to put the battery holder on, and I had the screw in my hand and I had the nut in my hand, and I was about to say a piece that a lot of people lose is that nut, and then I dropped it in the snow. Luckily, it's right there. But this is the problem with doing this work out in the snow. Half the time you never find the stuff. Okay, and there we go. It's back together. And the reason I needed this tool, which is the clutch spreader, is basically for this torque bit right here, which is the torque bit to do any torque nut on the Skidoo. You also have a Phillips on here, and then you have the threaded part of the puller. And for those of you that have never worked on a Skidoo or snow machine, a lot of them are belt driven, and a lot of them have the same type of tool. Just basically the threading is different. There may or may not be a torque on the end, and changing a battery is simple, but I showed it to you because that's what I'm doing. But this is what you would do with this thing. So your clutch and drive belt is underneath here, and if you were to take this off, and there is a cotter pin holding it on, right there. So we take our cotter pin off, we slide it off, and there's your drive belt. Now this guy here would screw in to this hole right here, and the further you screw it in, the more it separates the clutch housing, so that you could change this belt or make it tighter or looser or whatever you want to do. So yeah, there you go. Well, she's running for the first time ever. This is the one machine. I actually giggled when they stole the battery because I'm pretty sure the battery was done on this guy, because the battery did not work. Even when I charged it, it wouldn't move this machine. And now we got some movement in it. She's alive. And we're gonna go park her. So that set is already screwed together. We're now screwing together these 6x6 railway ties. Aiden has the 8-inch lags on them. Give me one, please. Thank you. So normally with a lag, you would pre-drill it. These lags are good enough that I don't need to pre-drill, and this wood is thick enough I shouldn't have to pre-drill. Didn't have to pre-drill any of those. Now that I've said that, it'll probably break, but whatever. All I'll have to do after this is kind of just get my chainsaw and taper off a angle on either end so that we can drive up onto them. But this will be strong enough to give me an extra 6 inches of clearance on the ATVs, 6 inches of clearance on Skidoos, 6 inches of clearance on my side-by-side. Heck, if I really wanted to and I felt brave, I could even use them to give me 6 inches more of clearance on at least the 250, not the 350 or Broomhilda. But yeah, so that's where we're going. So we'll put one on each end. Well, not on the end itself because I'm going to be tapering still. And flip it over and put one on the other side. Now I've named all the trucks. Alicia's currently driving Betsy, which is our little 250. That one right there is Bertha. Bertha's, you know, your trashy, been around the block, bigger girl. And then we have Broomhilda, which is the giant truck on the other side. And yes, I know, ooh, those are female names. I could give them man names too, but I don't know, what's a little man, a medium man, and a big man, all with the same letters? I don't know, Bill, Butch, and Brutus? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so she's gonna bring that guy back. And yeah, I actually was gonna record it because it's gonna be pretty funny. She's not the greatest at backing up down here, but I don't want to admit to that. Now don't get me wrong, I shouldn't really make fun of her. I couldn't back this truck up any better. But we're gonna, actually she's not doing too badly right now.